January in Williamsburg between HOFSTRA and William & Mary.
A game that went triple overtime, as HOFSTRA would end up winning it on the road by a final of 93-90. So we'll see what is in store for us here this afternoon. All right, let's break this one down and take a look at a couple of players to watch. We're going to see two very different offenses today that are both very equally efficient.
Joe Mihalik and Tony Shaver, two of the best offensive minds in the country, but they do things totally differently. Tony Shaver runs his offense through the high post. Although the guy can play both high post and low post, Nathan Knight, the junior, is outstanding. One of the best scorers in the league and leads his team in assists. That'll tell you how different their offense is. You see him passing the ball right there, and on the other end, Jacquil Bowie, the point guard, a senior out of the Bronx, has really grown up, improved every single year, but they run the traditional point guard offense. How he goes, so goes HOFSTRA.
And again, the 34th meeting all-time between these two schools. HOFSTRA leads the series 20-13, but again, everyone seems to come down to the wire, and very exciting, and looking forward to this one. Here from Long Island this afternoon, we'll have the tip-off coming your way right after this.
I can't believe it.
That Grandpa's nose is performing Flight of the Bumblebee?
Now, you goof. I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico.
Nice.
I know, right?
Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
At William & Mary, we strive to be more than we are, and to do more than we've ever done. Here, we do not live in the shadows of the giants of American history that we helped to shape. We stand on their shoulders, reaching higher, looking further, and leading the way forward. To be a place where history happens every day, and to be a university for the bold.
Seek, shape, and discover your own educational and career path at HOFSTRA University, where dedicated faculty help you pursue your passions in a dynamic learning environment. From tailored programs in small class settings to exciting internship and networking opportunities in nearby Manhattan. Participate in a service project that gives back to the community while building leadership skills. Conduct research in one of our innovative labs, or intern with top-tier companies in finance or media. No matter your journey, HOFSTRA will get you to where you want to go. Learn more at hofstra.edu/visit.
What does it mean to be a CAA student athlete? It's passion, commitment, accountability, preparing for the real world, discipline, on the court and in the classroom. CAA Hoops. It's only for those who want it the most.
Back inside the Max Sports Complex as we get to our starting lineups. Again, our CA game of the week for the Tribe of William & Mary. They are 9-15 overall, 5-7 in conference play. Matt Milan, Luke Lowy, Nathan Knight, who Coach was just talking about, who's third in conference in scoring and fifth in rebounding. Chase Audige, terrific freshman out of Quorum, New York, just up the road here in Long Island. And Justin Pierce, the starting five for the Tribe. And for the HOFSTRA Pride on the other side. Again, HOFSTRA had the nation's longest winning streak, 16 consecutive wins. It was actually snapped at Northeastern recently, but then they bounced back with a big win against Elon the other night. For HOFSTRA now 20-4 on the season, 10-1 in conference play. And there you see their starting five: Tariq Coburn, Justin Wright Foreman, third in the nation in scoring, 25 points per game. Jacquil Bowie, Eli Pemberton, and Jacquil Taylor. There's Justin Wright Foreman wearing number 3 right there as Coburn is announced. And boy, as you look at this HOFSTRA starting lineup, Max, so many weapons for Joe Mihalik, the head coach.
Yeah, he got a lot of choices to make, and they can come in with different lineups, but they go with the smaller, more offensive-minded lineup. Thus, they lead the league in scoring, and they are really efficient, and they can beat you from all 5 spots on the floor.
And again, the Pride led by Joe Mihalik in his 6th season as the head coach. There's Jacquil Bowie being announced. What a job Joe Mihalik has done here at HOFSTRA. Mac, I know You guys go way back. He took over a 7-win program and has completely turned around not only the team but the culture here at HOFSTRA.
Yeah, I've known Joe all the way back to the days at DeMatha Catholic with Morgan Wooten, and so many great coaches came through that program, did a great job at Niagara, and has done a wonderful job at a historic basketball program here at HOFSTRA with the likes of Jay Wright and Ben Predikoff and all the big names, Speedy Claxton, who sits on the bench next to him. This is a really storied program, and Joe has returned it to its rightful place as a contender every single year in the CAA.
Terrific crowd here today. They're expecting a sellout crowd. On the other side for William & Mary, doesn't get much better than Tony Shaver in his 16th season now as a head coach for William & Mary. He's the Tribe's all-time winningest coach, 19th winningest active head coach in D1 right now, as he has 579 wins. Got a chance to catch up with him today, and obviously another one of our favorites here in the conference.
He did such a tremendous job at Hampton, Sydney. We used to go watch his teams practice all the time. You always learn something watching Tony coach his teams, and he has taken the Princeton offense, where it was a little bit of a slow, methodical thing, and made it into a high-powered, up-tempo offense with all the same basic principles. He's done an amazing job. Is just really one of the good guys in the business.
As you can hear, the crowd is into it here from the Max Sports Complex as we come to you from the campus of HOFSTRA University, and just about set for the tip. Nathan Knight in the center circle against Jacquil Taylor. Taylor, a graduate transfer out of Purdue. Knight just a junior. The tip is won by the Tribe as we are underway in a rivalry matchup here this afternoon in the CAA. Here's the freshman Audige, again out of Coram, New York, not too far here from Hempstead. He's got it in the corner, quick trigger on the three, and too short, high in the air. Coburn with the rebound.
Rebounding will be big for HOFSTRA. They start that small 4-guard lineup, and they'll play that 2-3 zone you saw on that first possession. William Mary shows man-to-man on this first possession, but we'll see a lot of zone out of them as the game goes on too.
Taylor working it in the lane. Tried to hand it off to Coburn, and 3 seconds in the lane, so that turnover will get it to the Tribe. Well, you know, as we take a look at some of the keys to the game, speaking of turnovers, that's going to be a big thing for William & Mary, and Tony Shaver talked to us about it this morning. They had 20 turnovers in their loss against Northeastern the other night, but they were still in it to the end.
Yeah, a couple games lately, they've really turned it over after really taking care of the ball nicely in the non-conference part of the schedule. It got him a little bit perplexed, and the other thing that's been bothering them is they just haven't been shooting the ball at the percentages that they're used to.
Nice pass in the lane to the cutter, Pierce.
That's what we talked about. Nathan Knight kind of initiates the offense, whether he catches it in the high post or a little bit off the block like he did right there. You have to come get him. You have to contend with him, and he gets other people open, and he can even, like they say in football, pass them open.
Pemberton draws the foul on the shot, so he'll get 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, you don't want to foul the jump shooter. Pemberton having an all-conference year under the radar, if you will, because of Justin Wright Foreman's shadow.
As far as keys to the game for HOFSTRA, I don't know what you could say, Mac. I guess just keep it up. I mean, this team has been on a roll. Again, they won 16 straight. They lost to Northeastern, but what a bounce-back performance they had against Elon. They were up 25-2 on Thursday.
Well, we mentioned the fact that they've got to rebound the ball, and that goes on the defense, stopping the other team, but also gets their offense going, because they need the game to be in transition to be at their very best.
Couple of free throws ties it up here early. Again, just underway from HOFSTRA. Beautiful arena here on their campus.
You're going to see William Mary try to attack the high post, right on cue, and the short corner.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Turnover on William & Mary.
Just what you mentioned. That was one of the things they were in the game at Northeastern the other night, late in the contest, and had 3 or 4 empty trips with either bad shots or turnovers, and they're really the same thing if you're a coach.
In the final 2.5 minutes in their game, they had 3 turnovers and a missed layup. Justin Wright Foreman is on the scoreboard again, 3rd in the nation in scoring, at 25 per game.
Is he fun to watch or what? He can rise up, create a shot at any point in time. If you just say go score, I'm not sure how many he could get.
Knight able to save it. Shot clock down to 8 here for the Tribe. Knight spins, and the scoop shot won't go in. Taylor with the rebound.
That's a good matchup. Jacquil Taylor, like you mentioned, the Purdue graduate transfer against Nathan Knight, the junior out of Syracuse, New York.
And a silly foul out front on Matt Milan. He's upset with himself on that one. The redshirt junior guard for William & Mary, averaging 12 points per game.
You know, another of the veterans that's been a little bit inconsistent this year. He's a great shooter. Struggled a little bit the other night at Northeastern.
Here's Wright Foreman. Stops from the elbow. Too strong and down to the Tribe.
Good defense that time by Lowy. Maybe their best on-ball defender.
Pierce on the drive, fouled by HOFSTRA.
Luke Lowy, we mentioned how good a defender he is. He was guarding Wright Foreman that time. Struggled a little bit on the offensive end to score, but he runs the team well. And like I said, really defends. That'll keep you in the lineup.
Milan up top tonight. Knight, one of the top scorers and rebounders in the league. Pierce, I think, fell for the student section. You could hear them counting down about 5 seconds early on the shot clock. I couldn't tell if he was taking that because he thought he was open or because he heard the student section all over him.
No way he fell for that. He's from William & Mary. Yeah.
2 misses from point blank range for HOFSTRA. And quickly down on the other end tonight.
Talked about HOFSTRA's fast break offense. That was a beautiful break by William & Mary. They really share the ball. We talked about their center, Nathan Knight, leading them in assists, but they can all pass it. They can all shoot it.
Bowie's shot won't go. And a foul on HOFSTRA. Well, just to go along with the point you were just talking about, looking up some of the stats, William & Mary, as far as sharing the basketball, 12th in the nation in assists.
Yeah, and that's a function of their offense and the way it's designed to share the basketball. And that's with them not really shooting the ball at the normal percentages that they do.
Lowy nowhere to go. Gives it to Milan. Now to the freshman Adige. Has it poked away from behind, stays with it. Misses the layup, but Knight right there with the follow.
He can beat you in so many ways. He has completely changed his body. Probably 50 pounds slimmer than when he got to Williamsburg. Much stronger.
Boy, for any Tribe fans who were watching the other night, they are ecstatic the fact that Knight is back starting in this game and healthy. That was a scare against Northeastern when he twisted his ankle the other night. Oh, and there's going to be another silly turnover on William & Mary as they throw into the backcourt. And that is exactly what Tony Shaver talked to us about this morning during practice. The Tribe has to try and eliminate those turnovers. So that will give it back to HOFSTRA when we come back, just underway here from Long Island. It's the Tribe on top by 2.
What does it mean to be a CAA student athlete? It's passion, commitment, accountability, preparing for the real world, discipline on the court and in the classroom. CAA Hoops. It's only for those who want it most.
This is it. This is the time of year when everything is on the line. There's no we'll get them next time. It's win or go home. March Madness is just around the corner, The CAA Women's Basketball Tournament is coming to the University of Delaware March 13th to the 16th. 10 teams, one goal, to be crowned champion. Go to caasports.com for more information.
William & Mary on the road with a tough test here tonight against HOFSTRA. A 6-4 lead early. And for HOFSTRA, a little bit of a cold start, as you see, just the 4 points, obviously, just 1 of 6 from the field.
A nice job by William & Mary to start the game in their man-to-man defense. Luke Lowy, especially against Justin Wright-Foreman, has done a really good job of contesting, but everybody has been staying between their man and the basket, making HOFSTRA shoot over the top of them and not letting them have a second chance.
Again, after the turnover on William & Mary, it'll be HOFSTRA basketball here to get us going again. You see Justin Wright-Foreman here on the near sideline to inbound.
Chase Aldeej, one of the best freshmen in the league, guarding DeJour Bowie.
Bowie pull up for 3, too short. We've seen some really good freshmen here in the last few nights.
Oh gosh, Cameron Winter, Kai Tays, Atheo Horton. Another bad turnover.
And Bowie with the layup, count the basket, and a foul.
And we have got a great crowd here, and they are involved.
Well, again, the other night for William & Mary, 20 turnovers, Mac, that led to 30 points for Northeastern. And here's back-to-back turnovers by William & Mary that's led to, well, 4 points and maybe 5 here.
Yeah, and HOFSTRA's not really pressuring the ball full court right there. And, of course, the half-court turnovers have really been unforced turnovers.
So there it is with the free throw, back-to-back turnovers and 5 points. Quick swing here for the Pride. Into the game is L.J. Owens, another freshman for William & Mary, number 11 out of Annapolis, Maryland. He's got it from the free throw line, knocks it in.
You know, Aldeej has gotten a lot of the publicity because he's been playing so well, but this L.J. Owens is a really talented young man. 6'3", long, good defender, can really shoot the basketball.
Yeah, you and I were watching him on tape the other day and really impressed. Shot is missed, but a foul on the Tribe.
He hadn't had as much playing time as Aldeej, but again, you know, there's a little backup out there in the backcourt in terms of just numbers. But when he gets a chance, you saw him hit the game-tying shot in our open in the game, sending the game into overtime in Williamsburg against HOFSTRA.
Not 1, not 2, with 3 overtimes. Pemberton knocks it in to make it a 10-8 lead for HOFSTRA. Boy, just an epic battle. 93-90 was the final in that game back on January 10th.
Might be why we started this game at 4, just in case.
Just in case, yeah. Well, we want to make sure we can all make our dinner plans tonight. That's always important when you come up here to Long Island.
No question.
3-point lead now for the Pride. Coming up on 14.5 minutes to play, just underway here from the Max Sports Complex. There's Knight backing in against Taylor, passes into the lane. And, Coach, you talked about in the open, Knight is so valuable, not just scoring-wise, but just as assists.
And we talked about attacking that zone. High post, short corner. High post, short corner. When you catch that ball in the short corner, he's going to be looking for cutters. And Justin Pierce is one of the hardest cutting guys in the Colonial.
And Aldeej with the steal. To the other end with the finish. Wow.
You can see he's a local guy right out here from Long Island, Coram, New York, and he's excited about playing in front of the home folks. Now William & Mary in their 3-2 zone. Aldeej at the top because of his length.
Here's Aldeej again.
Yeah.
Carried it.
If you change direction and actually catch that ball, they're going to get you on that. They let a lot of palming, as they say in the old days, go carrying the basketball. But when you catch it and change direction, they're pretty much going to see that.
5th turnover on William & Mary. 1-point lead for the Tribe.
We said in the open, these games have been classics for a while.
Bowie from the corner, no good. And Aldeej with another rebound. Pushing it for William & Mary. Paul Rowley into the game for the first time for William & Mary. Good pass down low. And Nathan Knight with the finish and a foul. What a pass.
Beautiful pass, that high post area. This time it's a little off center. See right there at the elbow. Flash underneath. You got a mismatch. Wright Foreman against Nathan Knight. Advantage Nathan Knight if they're on the block.
Just a little bit of a height advantage. And Knight makes it a 3-point play, and now a 4-point lead for William & Mary.
Knight's the number 3 scorer, the number 4 rebounder, number 5 in assists, number 1 in blocks.
Jalen Ray into the game for HOFSTRA for the first time. Good young player. Right, Foreman on the baseline. How did he get that to go?
I thought he had given up and was going to pass it. He reached back around the rim and laid it up.
I thought he had gone past the rim. Knight gets bumped, and another bucket.
Dan Dwyer, the transfer from Penn, in there at center for Jacquil Taylor. It's a tough matchup. He can put it on the floor from the elbow. Really nice move, and he does prefer that right hand when he drives it, to be honest.
Foul on Dan Dwyer, who just came in for the Pride. Graduate transfer from Penn.
Played over there for Joe Mihalik Jr. a year ago. Now he's with Joe Mihalik Sr.
And of course, we were just there the other day down in beautiful Philadelphia for a Drexel game. Drexel playing really good right now.
Yep, big win against UNCW.
Bowie into the lane, blocked by Audige from behind.
Well, you see why they love him. A lot of people think he's the best freshman in the league, and there are a lot of good ones.
3-time CAA Freshman of the Week. Actually, the reigning Freshman of the Week. Shot off the glass is good by Rowley, the senior from Virginia. How about this? William & Mary out to a 7-point lead on the road against the top team in the conference.
They're enjoying playing in this hostile atmosphere.
Spin move by Wright. Foreman in the finish. What a move.
You can do it so many different ways.
Rowley gives it up to Pierce, and he's able to reach up and put it in.
Having a really good year, almost 15 points, almost 9 rebounds. The number 3 rebounder in the league.
Right, Foreman deep in the wing, trying to create something. Here's Bowie against the freshman Audige. Tried to skip it across the baseline and hits the bucket. Lowy all the way to the other end, draws the foul, and free throws coming up for William & Mary. That'll bring us to a break with 11:08 to play. The Tribe, a tough one on the road. Audige, and what a start for William & Mary. A 7-point lead.
Man, what you expecting? Man, what you had planned? Man, what you had planned? Man, what you had planned? Ain't no denying, I'm the man. Ain't no denying, ain't no denying. Watch me reiterate this once again. This year I promise to make you believe and be proud to look up as a fan. I did what they told me I couldn't, got better, went back where I started and did it again. Got it down to a science so much we could bottle and sell it, it really depends. Is this what you expected? Is this that you wanted? Is this what you planned? Tired of being a second, and I'ma be riding this to the end, man, you know how we do it. Yeah. I just been working, I just been working. Sometimes you gotta be selfish to work on yourself for a while. I just needed some time. I just been working, I just been working. I changed for the better, Hey, good things take time, and you know how we do it.
I am a CAA student athlete. I respect myself. Through respecting myself, I respect my opponent.
Through respecting my opponent, I respect the game.
Through respecting the game, I respect the officials.
Through respecting the officials, I respect the outcome.
My example, in victory or defeat, nurtures respect in others.
Will you follow my lead?
Well, the CAA men's basketball tournament presented by Jersey Mike's is coming back to the North Charleston Coliseum from March 9th through the 12th. Get your tickets today. 10 teams with one goal to be crowned the champion. Go to CAAsports.com for more information. Again, the CAA men's basketball championships coming back to beautiful Charleston, South Carolina. We were talking about this the other night, Mac. I mean, obviously, HOFSTRA playing really well, Northeastern and the College of Charleston, but obviously is what we've seen from William & Mary and what we saw at Drexel the other night. It's always fun down there. Only 10 teams, obviously a lot on the line, and we always see upsets every year in that tournament.
We've seen every team in the league now. Who can you see that absolutely has no chance to get to the championship?
I don't know. Even a team like Elon that's struggling right now, I mean, they can get hot at any moment and hit three-pointers. I mean, that's the ultimate equalizer now.
I can't name anybody.
Yeah.
Everybody has good players.
UNCW's record is not great, but gosh, I mean, with the freshmen that they have, and obviously with Kaycock, they're always in it. Yeah, I don't know.
Talked about Luke Lowy. He's been struggling. He's now 3 for 17 on the year from the free throw line.
7-point lead for William & Mary.
William & Mary back to man coming out of the timeout. See what Joe Mahalik dials up.
Bowie nowhere to go. Stuck in the lane. Steal by Lowy.
Back-to-back turnovers by
to Pierce.
Bowie.
Count the basket and a foul.
Well, wasn't Bowie that time. I messed that up. Jalen Ray. Got him from the wrong angle.
Here it is again. Started with Lowy again on the defense, coach.
Yeah, he's been out there. You see him. You see his free throw percentage. You know, you see he's struggling offensively, but he's in the lineup because he is a really good defender, and he'll run that offense for Tony Shaver.
Pierce misses the free throw, but still a 9-point lead for William & Mary.
After getting into their high post offense.
Stafford. Oh, sorry, coach. I was going to say Stafford Trueheart into the game for the first time for HOFSTRA, number 15.
Long athlete, good rebounder, good defender.
Taylor, a little chip shot, gets it to fall in.
Well, he's done a good job filling the shoes of Goosties, who was a fixture here for years. And he had some huge shoes to fill. Taylor's numbers are really better, and he can shoot the ball from the free throw line where Goosties really struggled.
Pierce can't get it to go. Knight's tip won't fall in. Ray dives for it, and Pemberton comes up with it.
You think these games don't mean anything?
Bowie crossover behind his back, can't get it to go in. Rebound and put back by Trueheart.
What a nice piece to put in there. The 6'8" junior out of Lancaster, New York. He's always been a good energy guy. Defender, rebounder, runs the floor.
Got an issue with a contact here for HOFSTRA, so a break in the action. Well, we talked about William & Mary and the energy that they had the other night as we look at the move by Bowie. And Trueheart right there to clean it up. But, you know, in that game with William & Mary the other night against Northeastern, they were down by as many as 18. But, again, we were talking with Tony Shaver, head coach for the Tribe, before the game today. And, you know, you and I watching that game, so impressed with the way that William & Mary, 20 turnovers leading to 30 points, but their effort and their hustle and their energy throughout, I mean, all the way to the end, even though they really had no business being in that game.
And we also talked about the fact that what a tough road trip this is.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Northeastern, who was picked to win it, HOFSTRA, who's played the best basketball up to this point in the year. That's tough duty with a one-day prep to get ready for a team that scores like HOFSTRA.
Rowley against Jalen Ray, hands it off. Short shot clock here for the Tribe. It's down to 9 already.
Mary's been equal to the task so far. HOFSTRA playing man-to-man.
Knights with 2 seconds on the shot clock and another and one situation for the Tribe.
Now, how good was that? Caught it late in the shot clock, no panic, took his time, shot fake, got the man off the floor. In the post, you always want to be the second man to leave the floor. If you're the first man to leave the floor, you're at a real disadvantage. Great play by Nathan Knight.
And an 8-point lead here for William & Mary. Pemberton up top. Gives it up to Bowie. Coming up on 9 minutes to play here in the first half. Bowie step back, had a little bit of clearance, but didn't take it. What a move by Pemberton, right down the lane.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a good matchup for HOFSTRA in that situation. Pemberton is so quick, and you got to contest him because of his shot ability.
Milan thought about it, tries to give it to Knight, poked away. Pemberton spins, and he will draw the foul against Milan, and that'll be his second.
It's a big foul, and we'll probably see all D's come right away.
And you are correct. So the freshman Adige back in, replacing the freshman Owens. As Milan will stay out there with a couple of fouls.
No.
And actually, no, now they're going to take him out, yeah.
Yeah. They had it wrong. We had it right.
Right. And most importantly, Tony Shaver had it right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he knew what he wanted. 3-2 zone. They play man-to-man. Showed the zone, play man-to-man. Again, that matchup.
How about the athletic ability of Pemberton flying into the air and laying it in?
I'm telling you, having an all-conference year, but again, just doing it in the shadow of Justin Wright Foreman.
Is it safe to say he's kind of like the Pippen of this team, and Wright Foreman would be the Jordan?
Yeah. Good comparison.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, quietly, he's averaging, what, 15, 16 points per game. Rowley off the glass. Nice touch by the senior.
Really
Rowley,
good
such
play.
a great story. Graduated early, he's in law school right now. On the other end, what a play by Bowie.
Tony Shaver got to get back. He preached that in practice.
7:46 left to play. Another good one between HOFSTRA and William and Mary here from Long Island.
What does it mean to be a CAA student athlete? It's passion, commitment, accountability, preparing for the real world, discipline on the court and in the classroom. CAA Hoops. It's only for those who want it most.
People in the U.S. face the day-to-day reality of living with a mental illness. Even though most people can experience relief from their symptoms and support for their recovery, less than half of the adults in the U.S. who need mental health services get the help they need.
People experiencing mental health conditions frequently face negative labeling, bullying, and even discrimination.
Some people describe stigma as shame that can be felt as a judgment.
Break the stigma. Don't be afraid to get help. We are the CAA.
60 million people in the U.S. face.
What does it mean to be a CAA student athlete? It's passion, commitment, accountability, preparing for the real world, discipline on the court and in the classroom. CAA Hoops. It's only for those who want it the most.
Well, they're expecting a sellout crowd here this afternoon, and we are near capacity here inside the Max Sports Complex on the campus of HOFSTRA University here in Hempstead, New York, in beautiful Long Island. Well, the students have really showed up. They've really rallied around this team this year, and why not? They've been so good. Again, Pride 20-4 on the season, 10-1 now in conference play.
Yeah, you couldn't get a ticket to this game, and a lot of giveaways, a lot of promotions, a lot of reunion weekends here.
HOFSTRA has worked their way all the way up, I believe, to number 6 in this week's mid-major top 25 poll. Number 6, 7, and 8 is where they've been. Again, just had their 16-game winning streak snapped last week against Northeastern. They had the longest winning streak in the nation.
Came back with a 102-61 win against Elon. Did they start the game 25-2, I think?
25-2. It was 73-29 at one point.
I'm thinking they were ready to play after that loss to Northeastern.
Thinking they were a little angry, yeah. All right, 3-point game, under 8 minutes to play. Lowy having a tough time getting it up court, gets it across the timeline to Owens.
Hofstra, you can see them communicating, passing people on in the zone.
Rowley a couple of steps, rolls it in.
He's had a big smile after those last 2 baskets on his face going back down the floor. He's having a good time out there. Found a crease in the zone, and they didn't seal it off. Good offensive play.
Bowie lost it as Lowy knocked it away. Able to dive for it to now a tie-up. And the possession arrow will point in favor of Hofstra. William & Mary is pointing their way, but it will be Pride basketball.
Have to look for something quick here. 11 on the shot clock.
I think William & Mary was thinking this is football. They jumped on it. They thought they had the possession.
Well, they've got a good football program down there.
Yeah, they can play a little football, that's for sure. There's Jalen Ray. And a wild shot bailed out on the foul. With 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, tough to avoid that, but see somebody that off balance, you'd love to let them go. Rowley get called with the block.
Actually, Mac, it looked like if Rowley would have just stood his ground, he might have been able to maybe sell it and take the charge.
Jalen Ray capable of those big games. Had a big game at William & Mary. Of course, he's from Hampton, right near Williamsburg.
Yeah, 19 points in that game. Jalen Ray, a sophomore.
5 threes. A former Hampton Crabber.
Your
Love
favorite.
That nickname.
I know.
Love that nickname.
Every year when we come here, you get at least one mention of the Crabbers. It's a good streak you're on. Four-point game. Under 7 minutes to go here in the first half.
Got 4 o'clock games in the league this afternoon. I'm sure everybody's keeping an eye on everybody else's score because it's that time of year where you want to avoid that first day.
Deej open in the lane and blocked from behind by Trueheart.
We told you, defensive rebound, he's doing both.
Wide open. Lowy can't get it to go.
That was a good decision. Ray had a choice, 2 guys to guard, and he took Milan and let Lowy shoot it. Good, quick thinking by the defender.
Pemberton just dribbling in circles. Gets his man in the air, can't get it to go. Tip comes down to the Tribe. Pierce to Lowy from the free throw line. Swishes it.
Nice in rhythm shot after a little back cut action.
6-point lead now for the Tribe. They've led by as many as 9. Bowie, I was going to say, might have been held a bit, and he was. A late whistle, but a foul. And the first on Lowy. Here to see him grab him a little bit. Trying to get around that screen. And Lowy, the typical reaction. Coach, I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
No.
It was the other guy.
That is universal.
Desir Bowie, the senior out of the Bronx.
Yeah, the number
10 points per game.
The number 1 free throw shooter in the league with the rare miss.
Bowie, 56 of 62 coming into today. Makes 1 of 2. El DeJour, one of the many kids who's getting it done in the classroom and on the court. On a roll, Dean's List.
He's a great young man.
Knights underneath to Deej, a little bit too short. Here's Jalen Ray.
Trueheart again defending the shot.
Ray speeds down the lane and missed it. Rebound down to Hofstra, and Taylor draws the foul.
Now that's a glimpse of Hofstra basketball. Blocking the shot on the other end with Pemberton or contesting it, attacking in transition, missing it, but going and getting the second shot right there. See, Trueheart and Taylor both had an opportunity to get that offensive rebound.
Jacquil Taylor, graduate transfer from Purdue, played just 38 career games for the Boilermakers.
even practice had to be pretty valuable right there. One of the better teams in the
sure.
country. Matt Painter
really
does such a great job teaching and coaching up there at Purdue.
Really battled through injuries while he's at Purdue as well. But getting it done this year for the Pride, no doubt. Three-pointer from the top of the key.
Yeah, Bowie had a hand up, but he wasn't quite up in that space of Milan. A really talented shooter.
Jalen Ray trying to answer. Can't get it to fall in, and Knight with the rebound. Knight, nice pass underneath to Lowy. Shut down, though, by Trueheart. Well defended now. Back to Knight. Against Taylor. Spins. Oh, and an offensive foul.
Knight just has a big grin on his face. Let's take a look at it. He got that right shoulder into the chest.
Yeah.
He at least made it a kind of a judgment call, but that time they give it to Taylor. We haven't seen anything out of Justin Wright Foreman in a couple possessions. I'd be surprised if he doesn't get a touch right here.
Just 6 points so far. Drives, you're right, Coach. Right on cue. High off the glass. Hey, you think you used to coach this game or something?
Wow, Taylor again. Straight up, you can leave the floor if you go straight up in that circle.
Into the corner. Three-pointer is good, and Wright Foreman has come alive. Timeout, William and Mary. Justin Wright Foreman, and Wright's on cue, Coach.
Yeah, he hadn't touched it in a few possessions, and HOFSTRA is too good a basketball team not to recognize that, and certainly Joe Mihalik has these guys coached up.
Accidents can happen anytime. That's why Geico's here 24 hours a day, every day. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I am a CAA student athlete. I respect myself. Through respecting myself, I respect my opponent.
Through respecting my opponent, I respect the game.
Through respecting the game, I respect the officials.
Through respecting the officials, I respect the outcome.
My example, in victory or defeat, nurtures respect in others.
Will you follow my lead?
The month of March is not for the weak. If you want to get to the big dance, the road starts here. Every practice, every game leads to this moment. Win or go home. The CAA tournament is coming to Charleston March 9th through 12th. 10 teams, one goal, to be crowned champion. Go to CAAsports.com for more information.
William and Mary jumped out to a 9-point lead, but now a little run by the HOFSTRA Pride, fueled by their star, Justin Wright Foreman, and just like that, it's back to a 2-point game.
Yeah, been Justin Wright Foreman on the offensive end. On the defensive end, it's been Jacquil Taylor drawing a charge on Nathan Knight, contesting shots in there, and just doing a really good job on the defensive glass. He's done it on that end along with Stafford Trueheart off the bench, who's been a starter in this program. How good are you as a team when you can bring a guy as talented as Trueheart off the bench?
Trueheart, a junior from Lancaster, New York. Provided a lot of depth at the forward position for HOFSTRA last year.
Joe Mihalik pulling the strings over there on the sideline. Again, one of the really good guys. Enjoy practice with both these guys. 2 days of practice with them is a clinic in and of itself.
2-point lead for the Tribe as they go to Pierce. And throws it up and in the middle of the lane. Pierce so talented.
Yeah, HOFSTRA was there. Taylor was contesting the shot. William Mary decided, let's go back to the 3-2 zone. Haven't used it a lot today, but it's been good to them in the last few weeks.
4-point game coming up on 3 minutes to play. Trueheart, air ball. Offensive rebound, though, by Jalen Ray to save the possession. It's down to 7. Down to 5 for Pemberton. In the corner to Bowie with 2 seconds. Hangs, can't get it to go. And Knight comes down with the rebound.
Good possession by William Mary.
Audige wide open. And he misses everything.
He's been playing really well lately, averaging about 11 points a game. Shooting 40% from 3.
And Pemberton draws the foul on Audige. As all of a sudden the student section now has come alive again.
And Nathan Knight blocked that shot well after the whistle. And the students decided they didn't like that. Pemberton was fine with it, though, because he was going to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's fine with him. 4 for 4 from the free throw line today is Pemberton.
Pemberton out of Middletown, Connecticut, Cheshire Academy. With so many great prep schools up in the Northeast.
Makes it a 3-point game. William & Mary is shooting 59% here in the first half.
Yeah, and that's been the area that they've struggled. They've executed. You watch them on film, they look like the same team that they've been in the past, where they shot the ball so well, but just haven't been consistently shooting the basketball. But when they do, this is what you're going to get.
Yep.
A really good performance.
Just 1 3-pointer, but again, 59% from the field. 17 of 29.
HOFSTRA putting a little pressure on, but playing that 2-3 zone. Trying to match up out of it. Got to communicate.
Pierce from the elbow, too short. Rebound down to Trueheart.
Trueheart's really giving this team a lift.
Big collision underneath between Pemberton and I think it was Knight. It was. And it's going to be an offensive foul on Pemberton.
Yeah, a lot of shot blockers aren't charge takers, but Nathan Knight can do both. And will do both.
2-point game, just under 2 minutes to play.
That was a big stop by William & Mary. HOFSTRA with a chance to tie it on that possession.
And another turnover on William & Mary. That will be their 7th.
You know, HOFSTRA's in that zone, and you think they're matched up man to man, but they're passing people on and communicating, and it confused Nathan Knight that time just enough to get him to walk. William & Mary staying with the 3-2 zone. Got Luke Lowy up top now that Audige is back on the bench.
Talked about the William & Mary offensive stats for the Pride. They are shooting 44%. They're 12 of 27. Pemberton, fadeaway, no good. Knight with the rebound.
Good defense by William & Mary right there. Contested 2-point shot. That's exactly what you want defensively.
Knight almost a double-double already. 13 points, 7 rebounds. Shot clock down to single digits here on the Tribe. Down to Knight, fade away from the elbow. Couldn't get the roll. Here comes HOFSTRA on the run out.
Got numbers 4 on 3.
Too short. Pierce with the rebound.
Tariq Coburn's been kind of quiet today.
Blocking foul on HOFSTRA.
Got a fast break down and bring it back at him. Yep. We never really got squared up.
Nice footwork, too, by the big man.
Sure was.
Kind of step around him there at the last second.
Very agile. Solid free throw shooter at about 74%.
Boy, is that, I mean, unofficially, I'm thinking, what is that? That's at least the third 3 points play for Nathan Knight, isn't it? I think it's at least 3.
Playing through the contact.
Nice pass underneath, and the finish by Taylor.
Great spacing, good plan right there to attack the zone on the ball reversal.
And HOFSTRA will call the timeout. 3-point game here with 42 seconds left to play.
Probably not quite enough time to try to get a real quick shot up and go 2 for 1. Big thing for William & Mary right now is to get a good look no matter how long it takes into the shot clock. Got a really good chance to take the lead into the locker room here at halftime.
Yeah, you're right. It's just not quite enough time probably, unless I guess you want to sprint down and maybe try and get an easy transition layup or something like that. But right, it's not quite enough time for him. Now here are the scoring leaders. We talked about this on Thursday night when we were down in Philadelphia at Drexel. HOFSTRA 83 points per game, or just shy of it. And we saw a battle between UNCW and Drexel the other night. Drexel ended up winning by 12.
Yeah, they have been scoring at a really good pace and went 23-22 in the first half.
Just like we expected, right? Just like we called.
Certainly fooled the analyst, I know that.
Just once, just like we said in the open, if you love defense, you're going to love this guy. Yeah, that was not what we expected the other night.
Little zone press here. Try to turn William & Mary over. They handle it. Back to the 2-3 zone.
Milan, big three-pointer for William & Mary.
Good job by Pierce of penetrating and shrinking the defense. Got Milan wide open. We'll see if HOFSTRA can answer.
Well, normally you'd think this has got to be in the hands of Justin Wright Foreman, but he's not on the court. 6 seconds left, and Taylor knocks it in. Steal for HOFSTRA. Bowie throws it up, but he stepped on the baseline. 0.1 on the clock here for William & Mary. And actually, they're going to go
check out the time.
Yep. See if there should be any more time left on the clock. Well, William & Mary did exactly what you thought they were going to do. Again, not enough time to go for the 2 for 1, so instead get a good shot, and they did.
Yeah, really did. And Pierce penetrated by his man, kicked it to the corner. This is a good play right here. Taylor with the flash up in front of Nathan Knight. Took his time. Good play by the grad transfer from Purdue.
Well, they will put a couple of ticks back on the clock, so 0.5. And William & Mary is just going to inbound it, take a 4-point lead into the locker rooms. What a half for the Tribe on the road. They shot 58%, 19 of 33 from the field. Rebounds about even. And again, for the William & Mary offense, coach, as you talked about, the assists up again, 11 assists on 19 make. And again, at the break here in HOFSTRA, it's William & Mary with a 4-point lead. The halftime show comes your way next.
Man, what you expecting? Man, what you had planned? Man, what you had planned? Man, what you had planned? Ain't no denying, I'm the man. Ain't no denying, ain't no denying. Watch me reiterate this once again. This year I promise to make you believe it and be proud to look up as a fan. I did what they told me I couldn't, got better, went back where I started and did it again. Got it down to a science so much we could bottle and sell it, it really depends. Is this what you expected? Is this that you wanted? Is this what you planned? Tired of being a second, and I'ma be riding this to the end, man, you know how we do it. Yeah. I just been working, I just been working. Sometimes you gotta be selfish to work on yourself for a while. I just needed some time. I just been working, I just been working. I changed for the better, Hey, good things take time, and you know how we do it.
This is it. This is the time of year when everything is on the line. There's no we'll get them next time. It's win or go home. March Madness is just around the corner. The CAA Women's Basketball Tournament is coming to the University of Delaware March 13th to the 16th. 10 teams, one goal, to be crowned champion. Go to caasports.com for more information.
Back at the Max Sports Complex here in Hempstead, New York and Long Island on the campus of HOFSTRA University, and it's William & Mary on the road with a 4-point lead, 44-40. Alongside the coach, Mac McCarthy, I'm Jeff McCarriger. Thanks for tuning in here this afternoon. Let's take a look at some news and notes from around the league this week as we take a look at our CAA Rookie of the Week. And, of course, we're going to talk about Chase Audige, who we've been talking about so far in the first half of this game. Audige absolutely filled the stat sheet last week. He averaged 17 points, 9 rebounds per game, as William & Mary had a big 2-0 week last week, and obviously a good effort by the Tribe here in the first half tonight. But this is my first chance to see Audige in person, and boy, he is not disappointed.
No, one of the really good freshman class in the Colonial. And a little bit of foul trouble here in the first half. Hasn't been quite as productive, but you've seen some of that talent. Long arms, getting hand on the balls, really good in transition. Hasn't shot the ball well, and again, has been hampered by foul trouble here at HOFSTRA today. Yeah,
Audige just 4 points in that first half, but 4 rebounds and 2 assists as well for the freshman. And on the Player of the Week side, no surprise here, Vasa Pushitsa, one of our favorite players that we get a chance to watch. He did it again last week for Northeastern.
Sure did. A big week, beating HOFSTRA at home, getting a little closer to that top seed where they were predicted to finish. Pushitsa, one of the best in the country at using ball screens. He can do a little bit of everything. Great vision, 6'5", can see over top of the defense, and just an outstanding clutch player.
And was huge, obviously, in that win by Northeastern over HOFSTRA, which at the time snapped the Pride 16-game winning streak. So Vasa Pushitsa, the CAA Player of the Week. And we'll wrap things up, Mac, with a look at the updated standings as of right now. Now, there are other games in progress. Matter of fact, Northeastern right now in a pretty good fight with Elon at home, but HOFSTRA on top at 10-1, Northeastern at 8-3, Charleston at 8-4. Those are pretty much the big three right now in the conference. But boy, I'll tell you what, there's some talent right behind him. And Delaware's really hanging in there right now at 6-6.
Yeah, and you're going to have to be able to win close games and stay healthy down the stretch. And these standings can absolutely flip-flop here in the last 3 weeks of the season.
And again, we'll talk about this down the stretch, but you see the 10-member schools there. The CAA tournament is set up that the top 6 all get a bye. So really, if you're 7, 8, 9, and 10, you got to try and get out of that bottom 4 because you'll have to play on the first day. Really 2 play-in games. And have to win 4 games in 4 days. So really that's the goal, is to stay out of that bottom 4 in the conference going into the tournament in Charleston. So again, your halftime score here at HOFSTRA, it's William & Mary on top 44-40. We'll have some stats and highlights for you coming up next.
At William & Mary, we strive to be more than we are and to do more than we've ever done. Here, we do not live in the shadows of the giants of American history that we helped to shape. We stand on their shoulders, reaching higher, looking further, and leading the way forward. To be a place where history happens every day, and to be a university for the bold.
Seek, shape, and discover your own educational and career path at HOFSTRA University, where dedicated faculty help you pursue your passions in a dynamic learning environment. From tailored programs in small class settings to exciting internship and networking opportunities in nearby Manhattan. Participate in a service project that gives back to the community while building leadership skills. Conduct research in one of our innovative labs, or intern with top-tier companies in finance or media. No matter your journey, HOFSTRA will get you to where you want to go. Learn more at hofstra.edu/visit.
60 million people in the U.S. face the day-to-day reality of living with a mental illness. Even though most people can experience relief from their symptoms and support for their recovery, less than half of the adults in the U.S. who need mental health services get the help they need.
People experiencing mental health conditions frequently face negative labeling, bullying, and even discrimination.
Some people describe stigma as shame that can be felt as a judgment.
Break the stigma. Don't be afraid to get help. We are the CAA.
The month of March is not for the weak. If you want to get to the big dance, the road starts here. Every practice, every game leads to this moment. Win or go home. The CAA tournament is coming to Charleston March 9th through 12th. 10 teams, one goal, to be crowned champion. Go to CAAsports.com for more information.
Back at the half, it's the Tribe of William and Mary. With a 44-40 lead, the Tribe shooting 58% in the first half. Just 2 3-pointers made, but boy, really got it done from the field to get a 4-point lead on the at the break here on the road in front of a hostile crowd. Let's take a look at some of the first half highlights, Mac, and really William and Mary got off to a great start.
Yeah, and you'll see a lot of number 13 in here, either the recipient or the passer. We talked about him, the offense running through Nathan Knight in the pregame, and here's, of course, Chase Aldice, the freshman of the week, with a big throwdown. Here's a back cut. Again, Nathan Knight either passing it or receiving it. He's going to be involved in that offense. He was outstanding. For HOFSTRA, they also established a little something inside with Jacquil Taylor.
HOFSTRA with 2 players in double figures, Pemberton with 10 points. Justin Wright Foreman with 11 points in the first half.
He was kind of quiet, 5 for 7, but he did a little bit of everything. I thought William and Mary did a really good job on just limiting his opportunities to shoot the basketball, and his Sundance and you know the partner there, Pemberton, was really good too.
Just to show you how good he is, we're talking about Wright Foreman being quiet, going 5 of 7 from the field.
Exactly, exactly.
Here are the first half stats again for William and Mary. Just under 58% from the field. Our halftime stats brought to you by Geico. Anything else stick out here? Obviously, turnovers is something that was an issue for the Tribe in their last game.
Yeah, and you know, they had a little bit of problem with that, but they just shot the ball so well. And you know, we talked with Tony Shaver. Their offense looks just like it always does. The shots haven't been going in. Today they went in, and they lead HOFSTRA here by 4 at halftime.
We will take a break. More when we come back here on the halftime show. Again, a good first half for the Tribe on the road. William and Mary 44, HOFSTRA 40. Back with second half action here from Long Island right after this.
What does it mean to be a CAA student athlete? It's passion, commitment, accountability, preparing for the real world, discipline, on the court and in the classroom. CAA Hoops. It's only for those who want it the most.
What does it mean to be a CAA student athlete? It's passion, commitment, accountability, preparing for the real world, discipline on the court and in the classroom. CAA Hoops. It's only for those who want it most.
60 million people in the U.S. face the day-to-day reality of living with a mental illness. Even though most people can experience relief from their symptoms and support for their recovery, less than half of the adults in the U.S. who need mental health services get the help they need.
People experiencing mental health conditions frequently face negative labeling, bullying, and even discrimination.
Some people describe stigma as shame that can be felt as a judgment.
Break the stigma. Don't be afraid to get help. We are the CAA.
This is it. This is the time of year when everything is on the line. There's no we'll get them next time. It's win or go home. March Madness is just around the corner. The CAA Women's Basketball Tournament is coming to the University of Delaware March 13th to the 16th. 10 teams, one goal, to be crowned champion. Go to CAAsports.com for more information.
I am a CAA student athlete. I respect myself. Through respecting myself, I respect my opponent.
Through respecting my opponent, I respect the game.
Through respecting the game, I respect the officials.
Through respecting the officials, I respect the outcome.
My example, in victory or defeat, nurtures respect in others.
Will you follow my lead? Man, what you expecting? Man, what you had planned? Man, what you had planned? Man, what you had planned? Ain't no denying, I'm the man. Ain't no denying, ain't no denying. Watch me reiterate this once again. This year I promise to make you believe and be proud to look up as a fan. I did what they told me I couldn't, got better, went back where I started and did it again. Got it down to a science so much we could bottle and sell it, it really depends. Is this what you expected? Is this that you wanted? Is this what you planned? Tired of being a second, and I'ma be riding this to the end, man, you know how we do it. Yeah. I just been working, I just been working. Sometimes you gotta be selfish to work on yourself for a while. I just needed some time. I just been working, I just been working. I changed for the better, changed for the better. Hey, good things take time, and you know how we do it.
At William & Mary, we strive to be more than we are, and to do more than we've ever done. Here, we do not live in the shadows of the giants of American history that we helped to shape. We stand on their shoulders, reaching higher, looking further, and leading the way forward. To be a place where history happens every day, and to be a university for the bold.
Seek, shape, and discover your own educational and career path at HOFSTRA University, where dedicated faculty help you pursue your passions in a dynamic learning environment. From tailored programs in small class settings to exciting internship and networking opportunities in nearby Manhattan. Participate in a service project that gives back to the community while building leadership skills. Conduct research in one of our innovative labs, or intern with top-tier companies in finance or media. No matter your journey, HOFSTRA will get you to where you want to go. Learn more at hofstra.edu/visit.
Just moments away from second half action here from Hempstead, New York. William & Mary on the road with a 4-point lead, 44-40 with Mac McCarthy. I'm Jeff McCarriger. All right, Mac, the big question is, after the Hofstra Pride took care of Elon the other night, scoring 102 points and led 73-29 at one point, what's William & Mary doing tonight to jump out to this 4-point lead here against a tough Pride team?
Well, what they're doing mostly is on the offensive end, attacking the zone in really effective ways. They've got the ball to the high post, they've gotten the ball to the short corner, and they have spaced their offense to the point where it's really one-on-one. It comes down to playing man-to-man, despite the fact that they're playing zone principles versus the movement. But when the ball gets into the scoring area, it's really man-to-man, and there's no help because William & Mary shoots the ball so well that you have to respect them. Of course, they're getting high percentage shots by cutting up that zone, either with drives or cuts when the ball goes to the high post or low post.
Nathan Knight, speaking of post play for William & Mary, did a great job finishing with contact, something you and I talk about a lot. Knight had 16 points, 7 rebounds, 6 of 10 from the field. All right, for Hofstra, anything you do differently here in the second half?
I think they just have to be aware of where he is. And, one-on-one, he's going to score some points. But if you let him score points and share the basketball, now you got a big problem on the defensive end. Tony Shaver's got to be excited. They've been executing offensively other than the turnovers, but tonight they're making shots.
And again, the one consistent, always with William & Mary, yeah, the shooting may be up and down sometimes, but the effort is always there. And away we go here in the second half. William & Mary in green, Hofstra the home team in white. Knight already close to a double-double, lost it.
Good job by Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor hits the deck and now slow to get back here on the offensive end. Wright Foreman with 11, Pemberton with 10 back in the first half for the Hofstra Pride. Foreman scoop shot high off the glass, won't go. Taylor had it, lost it, and now Bowie comes up with it and misses the layup. Into the corner, wide open, and another good start for William & Mary as Milan hits the three.
And not a good job of scrambling out of the offense that disappointed with the missed layup. Back to defense, left Milan wide open, and he is stroking it.
Milan 3 3-pointers.
3 of 3 after struggling a little bit at Northeastern the other night.
You know who's been quiet is Coburn. Pass deflected. Adige.
Yeah, Coburn coming off 7 threes.
Pierce wide open down the lane with the jam. And HOFSTRA wants timeout. Again, the energy always there for the Tribe. They've now tied their largest lead of the game. Pierce with the finish. And a big start for the Tribe. Just it away here in the second half.
I can't believe it.
That Grandpa's nose is performing Flight of the Bumblebee?
Now, you goof. I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico.
Nice.
I know, right?
Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
At William & Mary, we strive to be more than we are and to do more than we've ever done. Here, we do not live in the shadows of the giants of American history that we helped to shape. We stand on their shoulders, reaching higher, looking further, and leading the way forward. To be a place where history happens every day, and to be a university for the bold.
Seek, shape, and discover your own educational and career path at HOFSTRA University, where dedicated faculty help you pursue your passions in a dynamic learning environment. From tailored programs in small class settings to exciting internship and networking opportunities in nearby Manhattan. Participate in a service project that gives back to the community while building leadership skills. Conduct research in one of our innovative labs, or intern with top-tier companies in finance or media. No matter your journey, HOFSTRA will get you to where you want to go. Learn more at hofstra.edu/visit.
Sold out crowd here at the Max Sports Complex here in Hempstead, New York. A beautiful Long Island, New York. A 5-0 run by William & Mary here to start the second half, and now a 49-40 lead for the Tribe. And you know, Coach, I mean, we talked a lot about Nathan Knight, obviously, with 16 points and 7 rebounds in that first half, but they got a lot of guys contributing on the offensive end. I mean, Tony's got to be loving this.
They really do. Milan making the wide open threes.
Yeah.
Pierce running the floor, cutting to the basket, going to the offensive glass. And HOFSTRA did something that's uncharacteristic for them. They let their offense affect their defense. They struggled a little bit on the offensive end and gave up 2 transition baskets, and Joe Mahalik had seen enough of that. They'll fix that going forward, I'm sure.
There's Bowie at the top of the key. In zone defense, they'll try and shoot over the top of it. And Justin Wright Foreman.
Normally he's the guy getting screened for. This time he set the screen, popped back. William & Mary was late on the closeout, and Justin Wright Foreman up to 14 points.
6 of 9 from the field, 2 3-pointers. Knight in the lane, a little bit of contact, and a blocking foul on HOFSTRA. And Knight's another chance at a 3-point play.
We talked about Tariq Coburn having such a good game the other night against Elon, made 7 threes in the first half when they were doing everything right. He can't get out of the way tonight, couldn't get out of the way right there. The block called on him, and Nathan Knight with another 3-point opportunity.
Unofficially, this is at least the 4th by my count, and there might be another one. Misses the free throw that time. 4 for 5 from the free throw line now for Nathan Knight. 18 points, 7 rebounds.
Adige back at the top of that 3-2 zone.
Wright Foreman over to the left. And shot won't go. Rebound down to William & Mary.
Got Pemberton the wide open shot.
Lob underneath to Knight, and again able to knock it in.
Jacquil Taylor went to the offensive glass. Knight got a head start going down the floor. Beat him down there for an easy basket.
Largest lead for William & Mary, it's 10. But short-lived as Wright Foreman knocks in another three. Wright Foreman 17 points, 7 of 10 from the field, 3 3-pointers. Backdoor cut, Lowy in the air, leaves it for Knight, and another three-point opportunity.
Amazing. What a night he's having. And again, we talk about William & Mary sharing the basketball. Despite not shooting the ball well, still leading the league in assists, among the best in the country.
Maybe not a whole lot of contact that time. 22 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists.
Pretty hard to predict what's going to happen in the Colonial on any given night.
Pemberton on the drive, throws it up. Can't get it to go, but able to draw the foul. And this will go against Knight. Second foul on Knight.
Talking with Chris Sears, media relations for William & Mary, and he said really the only time he's had a bad night is when he's been in a little bit of foul trouble. And you can see why. He's so consistent in his decision making, his execution. And he's perfect for Tony Shaver's offense.
Yep. Pemberton now with 11. Pemberton always very deliberate from the free throw line. Always takes a big deep breath before each free throw. Knocks them both in. Well, it works for him. He is 8 for 8 from the free throw line. Here's Pierce against Bowie. Spins down the lane. Blocked from behind by Taylor.
That's a good block when you can block it and keep it in bounds and come up with it.
Pemberton back to Taylor. Spins and able to get the roll.
The two Bing Bing battling downstairs.
Big defensive possession. You just get the feeling here for HOFSTRA. Shot clock down to 7. Here's Knight at the free throw line. One-on-one against Taylor. Too short. Offensive rebound for the Tribe.
Boy, Pierce has made some big plays, hasn't he? And they all involve effort, running the floor, running to the offensive glass, driving it to the rim.
Such a solid all-around player. Knight. A little bit of contact underneath as Taylor hit the deck. Left Knight wide open for another bucket. He now has 25 here tonight.
Some people wanted to charge, some people wanted to walk. All they got was 2 points by Nathan Knight.
Joe Mahalik, the head coach for HOFSTRA, wanted both. Missed by Wright Foreman. Pierce with another rebound. His 8th. Knight from the right elbow gets it to roll in, and it's back to a 10-point lead for William & Mary.
He thinks they're all going in right now, mostly because they have.
27 points, 11 of 16 from the field.
And now it's contested. It's not like he's getting easy looks all the time.
How about the zone? Wright Foreman again trying to shoot over the top of it. He can do that. Such a smooth stroke. The lefty knocks it in.
Very patient. Doesn't force anything.
20 points for Wright Foreman. The Stars are coming out.
A lot of scorers have to shoot the ball a lot. He doesn't have to score a lot.
Two of the top players here in the league going head-to-head with Knight and Wright Foreman. Deej, the freshman, walked with it. So the turnover will give it to HOFSTRA when we come back. 13:56 to play. How about William & Mary? Pierce down the lane with the finish. And a 7-point lead for the Tribe.
What does it mean to be a CAA student athlete? It's passion, commitment, accountability, preparing for the real world, discipline, on the court and in the classroom. CAA Hoops. It's only for those who want it the most.
What does it mean to be a CAA student athlete? It's passion, commitment, accountability, preparing for the real world, discipline on the court and in the classroom. CAA Hoops. It's only for those who want it most.
60 million people in the U.S. face the day-to-day reality of living with a mental illness. Even though most people can experience relief from their symptoms and support for their recovery, less than half of the adults in the U.S. who need mental health services get the help they need.
People experiencing mental health conditions frequently face negative labeling, bullying, and even discrimination.
Some people describe stigma as shame that can be felt as a judgment.
Break the stigma. Don't be afraid to get help. We are the CAA.
Well, William and Mary shooting 62% from the field, but HOFSTRA hanging in there behind Justin Wright Foreman. And Matt, congratulations to Wright Foreman. We've been watching him here for the last few years. 20 points now, and with that three-pointer, he is just the 8th player now in the history of HOFSTRA basketball to go over the 2,000-point mark for his career.
He's such a good story. Came here, didn't play a lot as a freshman, just kept working, and his average just soared into the 20s, and each year he has gotten better. He's a true success story. If you want to, all you freshmen out there in the country that are not playing as many minutes as you think, just hang in there and keep working.
And of course, Wright Foreman, 78 straight games now in double figures, which will extend his CAA record. And here he is, number 3.
Matched up against the freshman, L.J. Owens.
Dribbles through the double team. Can't get it to go, but draws the foul. Look at a quick move.
Strong enough to play through contact.
So again, Wright Foreman with 20 points. This is his first trip to the line, actually. Number 8 of 12 from the field.
Third best free throw shooter in the league at 88%.
Boy, no matter how many times you watch him play, or really any left-hander, you gotta love that left-handed touch.
Oh, I love left-handed players.
So sweet.
All things being equal, take the left-hander. Guess it applies in pitching too, right?
Yep. If you're left-handed, you can survive a long time in professional baseball, that's for sure. Lead is down to 5. William and Mary led by as many as 10 twice here this half.
They're trying to turn up the pressure a little bit. Did a better job of transitioning into their half-court defense that time.
Rowley kicks it out to the freshman Owens in a big three-pointer.
Yeah, helped too much on the post. Couldn't get back out to contest the shot.
Well, you mentioned it earlier, Mac. Audige getting a lot of the headlines as far as freshmen go, but Owens a heck of a young player for the Tribe.
Love his talent.
Wright Foreman lost it, able to recover. And again, just a sweet touch from about 10 or 12 feet away.
Finish at the rim, mid-range, three-point shot, free throws. You name it, he's a threat.
24 points now for Justin Wright Foreman. 27 for Nathan Knight, who's on the bench at the moment, getting some rest for William and Mary.
Dan Dwyer with the good contest right there.
Wright Foreman again, too short.
Nice job by Pierce sealing the backside. Good rebound, limiting HOFSTRA to one shot right there.
Milan looking for his 4th three-pointer. Rebound comes down to HOFSTRA. Pemberton back on the other end. Leaves it for Bowie. And a huge three-pointer for the Pride.
Bowie has looked for his shot a little bit more as the season has gone along. Great passer, great defender, but he can score too.
3-point game under 12 minutes to go. And William & Mary wants a timeout. 11:45 to play.
In transition, penetration, kick back out. Classic transition basketball.
I am a CAA student athlete. I respect myself. Through respecting myself, I respect my opponent.
Through respecting my opponent, I respect the game.
Through respecting the game, I respect the officials.
Through respecting the officials, I respect the outcome.
My example, in victory or defeat, nurtures respect in others.
Will you follow my lead?
This is it. This is the time of year when everything is on the line. There's no we'll get them next time. It's win or go home. March Madness is just around the corner. The CAA Women's Basketball Tournament is coming to the University of Delaware March 13th to the 16th. 10 teams, one goal, to be crowned champion. Go to CAAsports.com for more information.
The month of March is not for the weak. If you want to get to the big dance, the road starts here. Every practice, every game leads to this moment. Win or go home. The CAA tournament is coming to Charleston March 9th through 12th. 10 teams, one goal, to be crowned champion. Go to CAAsports.com for more information.
The CAA Men's Basketball Tournament presented by Jersey Mike's is coming back to the North Charleston Coliseum from March 9th through the 12th. You can get your tickets today. 10 teams with one goal to be crowned champion. Go to CAAsports.com for more information. Again, the CAA Men's Basketball Tournament at the North Charleston Coliseum March 9th through the 12th, presented by Jersey Mike's. But before we get to that, obviously a lot of work to do, and what a performance by William & Mary so far here this afternoon. Twice they've had 10-point leads here on the road against HOFSTRA, but the Pride Mac are hanging in there behind their star, Justin Wright Foreman. He has 24 points and all of a sudden a 3-point game.
Been really a well-played game. Big-time plays by big-time players.
Nathan Knight, speaking of big-time players, back in. 27 points to lead all scores. Lowy throws it up, missed it. Knight tips it, gets it, lost it, and he's fouled. And this foul will go against Bowie. That'll be his second. Knight right there battling for it, tipping it.
They will call it on the floor, baseline out of bounds.
You could see it on the replay, quite a bit of contact with the hands and arm.
You foul Knight, but you come out of there limping.
Yeah.
that's how physical that young man is.
Skip pass. Adige misses everything from the corner. Bowie, quick trigger on the three. Had a chance to tie it, and Rowley comes away with it.
It's a good defensive rebound by Jalen Ray and a push into the fast break. Couldn't knock the shot down. And William & Mary back with a chance to expand their lead.
Adige trying to get it in tonight. Can't do it. Shot clock down to 7 here for Lowy. Knight with 3. Almost fell down with 1 second on the shot clock. Too short. Another offensive rebound for the Tribe. Back to Knight. Does not get it to fall this time, but still draws another foul and back to the free throw line.
Now, HOFSTRA did a wonderful job on defense on that possession until the box out. And then Knight attacked. Taylor came back in just to get a piece.
And for Taylor, he picks up his third.
Yeah, that could be big. Because he's really the only one who can match up with Nathan Knight.
Knight was 5 of 6 from the free throw line, but misses the first one. Knight with 27 points tonight, 11 of 17 from the field. 8 rebounds, 3 assists. Just a junior from Syracuse as he makes the second. Here comes Bowie across the timeline. A 4-point lead now for William & Mary. Wright Foreman drives, throws it up from the free throw line, and count the basket and a foul.
It's a pleasure to watch it. Drive it, put the defense at a disadvantage, feel the contact, and get it up there softly on the rim.
Justin Wright Foreman now with 26 points, 10 of 15 from the field.
The number 1 and number 3 scorers in the Colonial Athletic Association are putting on a show here on Long Island.
Wright Foreman, third in the nation in scoring as well. Misses the free throw though. Down to a 2-point game, coming up on 10 minutes to play. Here's Pierce, he's had a good game so far. Down to Knight, too short, gets his own rebound, throws it up and in.
Another 3-point opportunity.
Finishing through contact again. Watch this on the second effort. And Taylor picks up his 4th.
Can you have a highlight tape made of all from one game? Because he is having a night.
30 points.
Unintended.
And officially a double-double now for Nathan Knight as well. 30 points, 10 rebounds. And the lead is up to 5 for the Tribe.
HOFSTRA has to keep them off the offensive glass.
Wright Foreman was wide open in the corner. They couldn't find him. Jalen Ray draws the foul. Boy, at this point, I think you got to get it to your star, don't you?
Yeah, Jalen Ray was wide open, though, and we've seen him shoot the basketball really well before. Made a couple of game-winning shots a year ago as a freshman.
Yeah. Yeah, Wright Foreman was standing wide open in that left corner. Jalen Ray, the sophomore from Hampton, Virginia. As you were mentioning, Mac, terrific year last year in his rookie season. CA all-rookie team. Knight with a rebound to extend his double-double. Had a double-double at Northeastern the other night. Actually now has 7 double-doubles in his last 10 games.
Dan Dwyer
Pierce
now in on defense down low against Knight.
Pierce with the carry. Costly turnover here in a 4-point game. And there is the Knight for Nathan Knight. Fifth in the league in assists to go along with all the points and rebounds as well.
We've seen him draw a charge. We've seen him block shots.
What a play by Wright Foreman on the step back.
Little James Harden-like, huh?
Wow. And it's a 1-point game with 9 minutes to play.
HOFSTRA's defended the first shot pretty well. They've got to make sure they only allow 1 shot.
Pierce, too short. Foul on HOFSTRA.
I like that. When you're struggling a little bit, go ahead and drive it. Pierce, not a great free throw shooter, only 58%. And even though there's almost 9 minutes left in this game, it feels important right now.
This almost has a tournament atmosphere to it, doesn't it?
Totally.
I mean, just the intensity back and forth.
Charleston North.
Pierce able to hit the free throw. You can see, you just talked about his free throw shooting as a really kind of unorthodox rhythm. He actually kind of steps into his free throw. Misses it. Knight with another rebound.
That's what we were just talking about.
Knight again. Can't get it to go. Jalen Ray, the little guy, steals the rebound. And HOFSTRA with a chance to tie. Wright Foreman spins in a tie ball game.
You knew he was going to take it, didn't you?
Rowley, three-pointer's good.
What an answer. What an answer. The redshirt senior out of Loudoun Valley High School.
Quiets the crowd momentarily here at HOFSTRA. Wright Foreman for the tie, hits it.
Definition of intensity on that face.
34 points for Justin Wright Foreman.
Partner, we got us a heavyweight fight.
65 points combined between Knight and Wright Foreman. And a travel. Rowley just one too many steps, shuffled his feet. And that will bring us to a break. Back and forth we go, as you just said. A heavyweight battle, Justin Wright Foreman, and we are tied at 71.
I am a CAA student athlete. I respect myself. Through respecting myself, I respect my opponent.
Through respecting my opponent, I respect the game.
Through respecting the game, I respect the officials.
Through respecting the officials, I respect the outcome.
My example, in victory or defeat, nurtures respect in others.
Will you follow my lead? Man, what you expecting? Man, what you had planned? Man, what you had planned? Man, what you had planned? Ain't no denying, I'm the man. Ain't no denying, ain't no denying. Watch me reiterate this once again. This year I promise to make you believe and be proud to look up as a fan. I did what they told me I couldn't, got better, went back where I started and did it again. Got it down to a science so much we could bottle and sell it, it really depends. Is this what you expected? Is this that you wanted? Is this what you planned? Tired of being a second, and I'ma be riding this to the end, man, you know how we do it. Yeah. I just been working, I just been working. Sometimes you gotta be selfish to work on yourself for a while. I just needed some time. I just been working, I just been working. I changed for the better, Hey, good things take time, and you know how we do it.
Well, Mac, we mentioned it way back in the Open that literally this is one of those rivalry games that you can throw out the records and use the old cliche every time William & Mary and HOFSTRA meet. This rivalry has really been going back to the early 2000s when these teams first met. And there you see 6 of the last 10 games decided by a single possession. 3 of the 6 went into overtime, including 2 semifinal matchups in the CAA tournament. William & Mary won 2 of those 3. And, of course, the epic triple overtime win by HOFSTRA at William & Mary back in January.
We're here. We may get some more free basketball today.
Just another day here for the Tribe and the Pride.
Got a good crowd here. We may as well entertain them.
Last lead for HOFSTRA was at the 14-minute mark back in the first half. Wright Foreman with 34 points for the lead. Have a chance at the free throw line. And that is the 4th on Audige. That's big, obviously, for William & Mary.
Yeah, he does a lot of things. He can rebound offensively, run the floor, get some easy baskets. He's really a good defender. Hasn't shot the ball well today, but we know he's capable of that too. Only 2 for 9 this afternoon, 0 for 2 from long range.
And HOFSTRA has their first lead since way back in the first half.
And William & Mary will have to respond here. And for the most part, they're a veteran group. Did lose. They certainly missed David Cohn, great point guard, has been there for several years and did so much for them. But Milan has been there. Pierce has been there. Knight's been there. Rowley's been there.
36 points for Justin Wright-Foreman, and it's a 2-point lead for HOFSTRA. Still a lot of time, 7 minutes left to play.
Well, a lot of movement by the William & Mary offense. HOFSTRA's got to communicate well to stay matched up against the shooters.
Pierce with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Milan skips it back to him, down to 2. Pierce has got to heave it up with 1 second. And a shot clock violation.
What a defensive possession by HOFSTRA. Out of the timeout, William & Mary had great ball movement, but HOFSTRA had an answer defensively on each one of those movements. And each time they moved the basketball, they were there to contest. William & Mary goes out of the man-to-man, back into the zone.
William & Mary now just 2 for their last 10 to go along with what you were just saying. Bowie drives, hangs, and scores.
Well, that's been the inconsistency that Tony Shaver was talking about. I think they've taken good shots. They have had a few turnovers, but they've been very good offensively for the most part today.
This is the largest lead for HOFSTRA all game. Pierce, nice dish underneath, and the finish by Knight.
Really good play. That caused confusion right there with the low post, high post occupied at the same time.
Bowie to Wright-Foreman. Long three-pointer, in and out. Dwyer battling for it underneath and draws the foul.
Dan Dwyer, the graduate transfer from Penn. Gives HOFSTRA an extra possession here.
Dwyer battling, hits the deck. Wright-Foreman to inbound.
William Mary zone. They'll try to get Wright-Foreman right back here.
Step back again. Wow. "38 points for Justin Wright-Foreman, and the lead is back to 4.
You want to know what refuse to lose looks like?
Lowy. What a shot.
Oh, big shot. A guy who's struggled offensively all year. He's done that twice. Flashed into about the CAA logo and knocked it down. Big play by the sophomore point guard.
Just a second bucket, but makes it a 2-point game. Bowie, little floater, drops in.
Little guys have to have that floater. Can't get all the way to the rim. Shoot that little floater over the big guy.
Step back by Justin Wright-Foreman. 38 points. 14 of 20 from the field. 6 of 10 from three-point range.
They just keep on coming after you on the offensive end, don't they?
How about the star players tonight? Wright-Foreman to 38. And again, not to be forgotten, he's been quiet lately, only in the last couple of minutes, but Nathan Knight, 33 points, 12 rebounds for William & Mary.
There's nothing quiet about that. 33 and 12.
Well, the only issue here for William & Mary, looking at the stat sheet here, is a little bit of foul trouble, Mac. You got Lowy with 3, Knight with 3, not too bad. Audige has 4. So I guess really Knight with 3 and Audige with 4. That's the ones you look at right now.
And HOFSTRA, Taylor with 4, and Taylor is back in the game. I think Joe Mihalik would like to get a working margin right here, right now. Putting Taylor back in the game speaks to that.
Still a lot of time left in this one. Coming up on 4.5 to play. Pierce at the free throw line. Milan has had some big threes. Gives it to Lowy again at the free throw line. Shot clock down to 5. He drives and scores. Back-to-back buckets for Lowy.
That is outstanding. Really good point guard play. HOFSTRA did a great job of matching up with everybody. Lowy gets called for holding Justin Wright Foreman away from the ball.
Seventh foul.
Both teams in the bonus from this point on.
Boy, driving against Pemberton, that's never easy.
No, it's a really good play. Lowy can drive it, and he's shown that mid-range. He's just struggled from the free throw line and from long distance this year. But you see who drew the defensive matchup when they went back to man-to-man. He had Justin Wright Foreman. That's what they think of him on the defensive end.
This free throw for 40 points. Got it. 40.
Big crowd didn't bother him too much. I think he's handling the pressure pretty well.
Probably likes it best that way. Big collision and a blocking foul, and Wright Foreman has twisted his left ankle. Twists his left ankle and lost his shoe on his right foot. So we'll check on Wright Foreman as we go to a break. HOFSTRA with a 4-point lead.
What does it mean to be a CAA student athlete? It's passion, commitment, accountability, preparing for the real world, discipline on the court and in the classroom. CAA Hoops. It's only for those who want it most.
What does it mean to be a CAA student athlete? It's passion, commitment, accountability, preparing for the real world, discipline on the court and in the classroom. CAA Hoops. It's only for those who want it the most. What does it mean to be a CAA student athlete? It's passion, commitment, accountability, preparing for the real world, discipline on the court and in the classroom. CAA Hoops. It's only for those who want it the most.
Justin Pierce driving to the basket, trying to get something easy. Justin Wright Foreman trying to take the charge. Gets his left foot stepped on, and then Justin Pierce falls on the right foot. See it bend back of Justin Wright Foreman. His health might be the key to the last 3:59 of this basketball game.
Good news was he was able to get up and walk over to the huddle. And we'll see as they break huddle. Yeah, he's going to be back in there, so that is great news. We were able to watch it a few times during the break, and you could see it was Pierce's hip that landed on his left foot. Did not look pretty, but that is great news for HOFSTRA. Wright Foreman with 40 points here today.
Great camera work by our crew.
Pierce steps into it. And back to a 3-point game, a chance to make it 2 here with another one for Pierce.
Talked about Pierce's struggles from the free throw line. Now 2 for 4 today. 58% on the season. See his unusual style of walking into it and nails them both.
I was going to say, maybe he's found something.
Very nice.
All right, under 4 minutes to go in a 2-point game. Wright Foreman trying to step through, and a blocking foul against the Tribe.
Same two players involved on the other end.
Boy, Tony Shaver not happy with the call, quickly off the bench.
Yeah. I think if he sees the replay, he wouldn't be all that unhappy with the call.
So Pierce now with 3, Audige with 4, Knight with 3, and Lowy with 3.
Block charge calls by definition are always really difficult, and it was a close call on the other end, close call on this end, but I think they got them both exactly right.
Justin Wright Foreman now with 41 points if you're just tuning in. 14 of 20 from the field. Second one spins out, and Nathan Knight continues to work on his double-double. He's had 7 double-doubles in the last 10 games.
HOFSTRA again staying in that 2-3 zone. They'll sometimes have to go through with the cutter.
Down to Knight. Are you kidding me? Another and one opportunity.
That's a tough play right there because the center, Taylor, has to come up and take the mid post, and that leaves Pemberton matched up with Knight down low, and that's just a tough matchup. As good a defender as Elijah Pemberton is, he can't handle Nathan Knight on the block by himself.
35 points for Nathan Knight. 13 rebounds. And a chance to tie it again. Can't get it to go. Taylor with the rebound.
HOFSTRA came all the way back. Now William & Mary has responded in kind. And we are going to have another great game between these two clubs.
Justin Wright Foreman, by the way, his career high is 42. He's at 41. That one too short. Rebound down to William & Mary, and the Tribe with a chance to retake the lead. Here's Lowy. Well, you would think this has got to touch the hands of Knight at some point. Shot clock down to 9. Pierce flashes, slipped a little bit, and a travel.
Yeah, he was trying to catch it and make a move all at the same time. Just shuffled those feet a little bit. You're exactly right. Slipped, trying to make that move.
When he had Nathan Knight wide open, he just couldn't
Lowy
get
again.
it to him because he slipped.
Lowy holding Wright Foreman away from the ball.
And that'll be the 4th now on Lowy. Ninth foul on William & Mary. 1-on-1 opportunity here for Justin Wright Foreman, a chance to tie his career high. And he does, 42 points. And now a new career high for Justin Wright Foreman, 43. Three-point lead for HOFSTRA, under 2.5 minutes to play. Knight finds Audige and a collision with Pemberton, no shot. Contact first, so the foul on Pemberton. And that will be Pemberton's 3rd.
Right in the open, we talked about what a great passer Nathan Knight was. In a critical possession, he makes a really nice pass to the cutting Audige. A lot of the time it's been Pierce, but this time it's Audige cutting right down the middle of the lane. HOFSTRA forced a foul.
Wow, huge miss.
Both teams in the double bonus from this point on, Jeff. William & Mary goes man-to-man straight up.
What a game. Justin Wright Foreman makes it a 5-point game.
The two best players on the floor colliding. Justin Wright Foreman, full head of steam into Nathan Knight. Eyes on the rim the whole possession.
So Justin Wright Foreman continues to extend on his career high.
More importantly, extended that lead to 5 points.
Speaking of career highs, just getting Nathan Knight's numbers as well. Nathan Knight's previous career high was 32 against Radford back on November 20th of 2018. So you talk about the stars coming out tonight, both Knight and Wright Foreman with career highs.
Yeah, outstanding individual efforts, but they've both done it within the context of their team offense too.
Under 2 minutes to play. Amazing, we've talked about the series history. Twice these teams have met in the CAA tournament semifinals last 4 years. These two went to triple overtime back on January 10th down in William & Mary, as HOFSTRA was able to hang on and win it 93-90, and this one almost a carbon copy of that game back in January.
Well, with William & Mary, you have to try to find Milan on the perimeter. Anything else has to be Knight down low or someone cutting to the basket. Those are the three things to look for in their offense. Of course, we've seen Lowy take it on his own a little bit, but that's the third or fourth option.
Lowy to Pierce, down low to Knight with the dunk.
What a nice play drawn up by Tony Shaver. Little cross screen to disrupt the coverage of the matchup defense, and you knew you were going to have a matchup of Pemberton against Knight. Really well executed. What do we talk about the two coaches in the open? Both really good offensive minds.
82 points now combined, Mac, between Wright Foreman and Knight. Unreal. 37 points for Knight, 15 of 23 from the field, 13 rebounds, 7 of 10 from the free throw line.
Now can William & Mary defend HOFSTRA without putting them on the free throw line?
If you're just tuning in, William & Mary led by as many as 10 twice here in the second half.
HOFSTRA is the #1 free throw shooting team in the league at almost 80%.
Bowie brings it across the stripe. Here's Jalen Ray, the sophomore, now to Wright Foreman.
Audiz, the freshman, matched up against Wright Foreman.
Tries to skip it along the baseline and deflected out of bounds by William & Mary.
Only 17 on the shot clock. Coach Shaver would like him to look at the replay.
A little explanation now here from one of the officials and Tony Shaver just across the court from us. Can't quite see it just out of your view there.
William Mary goes zone on the baseline out of bounds.
Wright Foreman against Knight, shoots it over the top of him.
Nobody else was going to take that shot. Nobody else was going to take the shot for HOFSTRA.
48 points now for Justin Wright Foreman. Milan in and out.
Had a good look.
That ball was literally halfway down. 6-point game, under a minute to play.
The turnover, and HOFSTRA was out of timeouts. They would like to have called one right there, but no timeouts left for the Pride.
Out of bounds to William & Mary.
Good job by William & Mary picking up.
Two-possession game with 50 seconds to go.
William & Mary got organized enough to pressure that full court after a miss.
Pierce with it. Down to Knight. Audige in the lane and gets the layup.
Again, Nathan Knight.
I mean, every time offensively, he either gets it and scores and draws a foul, or he gets the assist.
If he has the right matchup, he's scoring. If he doesn't have the right matchup, he's going to give it up to somebody cutting to the rim. And this is not something HOFSTRA didn't know was coming. They knew exactly what they were going to do, but defending it's a whole other thing, especially when you have to space your defenders the way William & Mary forces you to do. Look at everybody spaced all over the floor. Pemberton had to come a long way to try to get there in time to draw the charge, but he couldn't get there.
36 seconds left to play, 4-point game. It's our CAA Game of the Week presented by Geico. Alongside Mac McCarthy, I'm Jeff McCarriger. Thanks for joining us today in one of the great rivalries here in this conference.
William & Mary down 2 possessions. They're going to have to press full court. LJ Owens, another freshman, has checked in. Really good defender, very quick, very athletic, going to be good in the press. Audige is going to be involved in that press, and they're going to have to try to turn them over, but they're not going to be able to wait until the clock runs all the way down. Once they get across half court, at least they're going to have to put them on the free throw line.
Again, one of the stats there, you see number 23, Taylor, playing with 4 fouls for HOFSTRA. That
Look
could
at
be
the
an
people on
issue
the floor. You got DeJour Bowie at 90%, Justin Wright Foreman at 88%, Jalen Ray at 81%, Jacquil Taylor, the worst, at about 71%, and Pemberton at 75%.
Bowie quickly fouled by Pierce. And as you just mentioned, Bowie, a terrific free throw shooter.
The best in the Colonial.
56 of 62 coming into today. And he's 3 for 4 from the line here in this one. Still a 2-possession game, 34 seconds. Owens, the freshman, out. Milan back in.
HOFSTRA takes their potential rebounders and puts them back on defense so that they don't have to sprint back, and there's no chance of them being involved in a silly foul on a missed free throw.
Bowie makes them both. Coming up on 30 seconds left to play. William & Mary's got to go. Lowy for 3, no good. Rebound by HOFSTRA. Jalen Ray fouled by Audige. And now for HOFSTRA, it's simply a matter of doing what you've done all year, just hitting free throws.
Audige will be fouled out of the game with that effort. Good-looking freshman. William & Mary has got to be excited about this young class, and they're continuing to get better.
Quick timeout here for both teams with Audige getting his 5th foul. .7 seconds left to play. There you see the freshman Audige that we were talking about all night.
LJ Owens, the other freshman we just mentioned, out of Annapolis, Maryland, replacing Audige. He's playing in more and more critical minutes for the Tribe. This is a great effort by both teams, both coaching staffs. They have put on a show here this afternoon.
That makes it a 3-possession game, and now this is getting real difficult for William & Mary.
Yeah, the math doesn't add up right now.
Ray, the sophomore, knocks them both in. Largest lead for HOFSTRA. They're trying to skip it along into the corner to Milan and out of bounds. And now the official's going to talk things over. Well, I'll tell you what, Mac, you mentioned it way back at the top of the broadcast. Without a doubt, this is the toughest road trip for anyone in the conference this year.
Yeah,
doing that northern swing of Northeastern and HOFSTRA. And boy, William & Mary battled their hearts out the other night. They're lost to Northeastern, and you got to give them credit. They hung in here until the very last few seconds up here in Long Island.
Well, you talked about how they hung in the game the other night at Northeastern when they had several opportunities to let that one slip on away, but they kept battling. And you know, there are a couple bad shots, a couple turnovers away from having a chance at that. Officials are taking a look at just what we saw right there to see who the ball went off of, and I don't think there's any question it looked like it went off William & Mary's.
Yeah, the only thing I can know they're looking at is maybe they thought that Bowie maybe touched it.
Yeah,
but he wasn't even close to it.
Well, the initial defender on the ball could have gotten a hand on it, but even after that, I think the William & Mary player touched it. But they can review it if there's any question whatsoever, and they want to get it right. See Pemberton right here, he didn't touch it. Bowie didn't touch it.
I think they're looking at the clock, too.
HOFSTRA ball.
Trying to make sure they get the clock right, too, is what we hear from our producer, Kevin, back in the truck. And sure enough, 19.4 put up on the clock. So, again, William & Mary will just quickly have to foul, I guess, Coach, right, just to try and continue to extend the game.
Yep, have to foul immediately. Oh.
They're not going to foul, doesn't look like.
Nope, just trying to force the turnover.
Right, Foreman misses the layup. Knight back the other way, drives, jams it in. He has 39. Bowie gets it into Wright Foreman, and again, William & Mary not fouling, and this time Wright Foreman will just dribble the clock out. So the Pride survive here today on their home court after twice trailing by 10 in the second half. HOFSTRA wins it by a final of 93-87, and what a battle again between these two.
We really had a great show. We talked about the history of the series between these two, all the overtime games, all the exciting games, and we had two unbelievable team performances, but two really special individual performances by Nathan Knight and Justin Wright Foreman with 48 and 39.
Amazing performance. And we will take a break. Back with more as we continue. We'll wrap things up here from Long Island. Again, the Pride improved to 21-4 on the season, 11-1 in conference play. This one obviously not easy, but the Pride win it by 6.
Accidents can happen anytime. That's why Geico's here 24 hours a day, every day. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Seek, shape, and discover your own educational and career path at HOFSTRA University, where dedicated faculty help you pursue your passions in a dynamic learning environment. From tailored programs in small class settings to exciting internship and networking opportunities in nearby Manhattan. Participate in a service project that gives back to the community while building leadership skills. Conduct research in one of our innovative labs, or intern with top-tier companies in finance or media. No matter your journey, HOFSTRA will get you to where you want to go. Learn more at hofstra.edu/visit.
At William & Mary, we strive to be more than we are, and to do more than we've ever done. Here, we do not live in the shadows of the giants of American history that we helped to shape. We stand on their shoulders, reaching higher, looking further, and leading the way forward. To be a place where history happens every day, and to be a university for the bold.
Well, there you see the star of the game, Justin Wright Foreman, as he finishes with a new career high 48 points, 16 of 24 from the field, as HOFSTRA wins it by a final of 93-87. Mac, your final thoughts on this one? You know, HOFSTRA is going to have to play in games like this, obviously. They're going to have to win tight games like this come conference tournament time, so always a good test, even for the top team in the conference.
Every single night. If this doesn't show you that any single night you have to be ready to play, nothing will. And there are a lot of great players in the league, but I think a statement was made by Justin Wright Foreman about who is the player of the year in the CAA. I know it's halfway through, a lot of basketball to be played, but what a performance.
And what a performance by Nathan Knight, too, in the losing effort.
No question. And you know, William and Mary is getting better and better and better. That first day in Charleston, there might be some really good teams.
Yeah, you can't sleep on anybody, obviously, here in the CAA. And again, congratulations to the HOFSTRA Pride hanging on for the win here at home behind Justin Wright Foreman. A career high 48 points. Bowie had 16, Pemberton with 12, Taylor with 11, all in double figures. Nathan Knight finishes with 39 and 14, another double-double. What a game here tonight from Long Island. For our entire crew and for Mac McCarthy, I'm Jeff McCarriger. Again, your final score, the Pride win it here at home 93-87 as we say goodnight here from New York.